What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's Brennan and I'm BT17, and today we're coming at you with another video. We have our market analysis for the Digimon TCG like we try to do every Friday, Saturday. We are here to talk about the prices on cards, what they're changing, they're going down, they're going up, what we can learn about that, what it's a good time to buy, what's a good time to sell, as we continue this journey through the BT17 format as we get ready for EX7, which is going to be in September, which is less than a month away now, or August 23rd here. So we're going to go through some of our prices here, talk about cards that we're interested in, talk about cards you guys might be interested in, things that are changing right now, and we're going to have a lot of fun doing it like we usually do. And hey, if you enjoy this type of content, be sure to smash that like button, comment down below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Subscribe to the channel, and hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss a single minute of the fun. Without further ado, let's get into it, and we're starting off with Wormmon, the BT12 GenCon version, which is a mirror image to the BT12 VMon GenCon we got last year. If you see the keys on the counter there, well, VMon's just on the other side of the counter, basically. In the picture there, he's having a mojito. VMon's eating some noodles. This card's going to be really sought after because it kind of goes hand in hand with the Imperial Dramon deck, which is really cool. I'm still waiting for the price to come down. I mean, I think I paid like 20 each for my VMons, and honestly, I think this card will eventually come down past that VMon price, because I think the VMons were actually cheaper than that. Right now, it's just the amount of copies we have had out there. So we have seen a downward trend, right? You started at 50. Now we're down to kind of about like 34 with like a market price of 38. There's mostly copies, there's not a lot of copies. And so that's why I think the price is holding around that $35 mark. I think once we get more copies, maybe at the Bandai Card Fest and at potentially other things like Nats, this will come down quite a bit. It's not as versatile as the VMon, because VMon's good in so many different decks. It's good in, it's potentially good in all fours. It's potentially good in, I don't necessarily know if this guy's good in all fours, but actually the VMon surges out of Davis, so and a free trade Digimon, so it potentially could be. But it's good in decks like Armor Rush and stuff like that. So the VMon's way more versatile, whereas the Wormmon is not as versatile. So I'm thinking this will come down. I'm hoping to see it, drop below $20, but we'll see what happens. Right now, it's expensive. It has seen a hit, so if you really want to get your copies right now, you can. But then it's gonna go back up to like $40. Please don't do that. We got the Evo Cup stuff here. It's coming down in pricing here. You see differences between the top four and the regular. Everything's pretty cheap now, like $3 for Zephicamon. The Tamer and the Galemon are still pretty expensive. Everything else is pretty cheap. Wergurumon's $1. Serafimon's $1. Something the top four and the regular are just like there's no difference between, which is nuts to me. This is way different than the Store Champ stuff. Way different than the Store Champ stuff. Here, Gamamon's not even worth anything. So yeah, it's definitely fallen off the map really quickly. So pick up your Evo Cup stuff. There's going to be limited amounts, so it will go back up once that the market starts to dry up. So definitely there. On to other cards. Numamon's still doing great, so always look at Valkyrmon to see how the price is going. It's kind of been holding steady, still at that $30 to $35 mark. Last sold 37, so a little bit higher, so getting closer to 40. So it's seen a bit of an upkeep since the last time we looked at it, but it's been holding steady for a while. Ukomon, you got your $60 BT16 alts. Yeah, it's tapering down here, but it's all been fluctuating kind of around here. And then honestly, you only got a couple copies, and then it's up to $65 and $85. So this could see a buyout really quickly, and depending on the restricted list that we're supposed to be getting, this could change, because I feel like they're gonna hit Uko. Maybe not in this guy, but the other Uko here, which we have here. The promo Uko. This is the nice promo Uko here, and it's you know, it's in around $20 for this. This is the kind of hot max rarity version of it. See, the last sold 17, and you got a copy for 12 here, 12, 14. So it's a little bit less than that, but depending on, this could go down, could go up. We could have a bunch of copies on the market because I feel like this guy's going to get hit. Lucy with BT18 coming after EX7. We're getting more Lucemon stuff, so always keeping an eye on this because this is probably going to be a good, one of the good cards to play in the deck. You got so many Lucemons that kind of do the same, one of the similar effects. So it's just funny because you're going to have lots of Lucemon targets for your effects. And I think this one's going to probably hold. Still haven't seen it drop below 50 in a long while. It was up around 70, so seeing it trend down a little bit. So I think it potentially could come under 50, but it just depends where that hype sits because it's even starting to come up there. And, you know, you got a couple copies, got a fair bit of copies. So I think it'll stay for a while. We might see this dip under 50. Beelzemon, holy, you know, this card's just holding on strong at that $40 mark. It was up at 50, came down. It was like originally $29.99, I think, when it started. Yeah, you like see it like right there, and then spike, and it's slowly been declining. A little dip there, but still holding strong above $40. You know, around 45 more often. Paladin mode, it's coming down to, it's been, yeah, it's like crash, which is good because this is a great card, but ace cards, right? They're dangerous. They can win you some, they can lose you some, and Overflow 5 is disgusting. But yeah, so it's coming down, seeing it below $50, that's a good thing. Ancient Garurumon, on the other hand, still staying up. It's come down a little bit, but it's still above $60 pretty much. You see $59.99, 62 here, 58. Got a couple good sales in there, but holding strong around 60. Lots of copies though, so I mean, it'll potentially come down. And of course, Gabumon had a giant spike because of this deck, because of the Ancient Garurumon deck, because it's really good. It sets off the effects when attacking. So yeah, absolutely good stuff. 25 is last sold, but we're seeing, you know, I think, yeah, there's only like 2 copies, so it's like $40. So there's not a lot of listings out there. So yeah, good time to sell, basically. People are looking for it. Mirage Galgamon still doing great in the format, still topping. I think it just topped one. Mirage Galgamon stuff is not that expensive, so that's really great. Look here, burst mode, less than $20. You could probably get it for 15 or less if you're lucky. Tons of copies, and yeah, that's the regular alt. But if you want to go, low pull rate, you can. Looking at the Magnamon stuff here, Magnamon, we see here, I think we looked at this last week, it was around 84. This has dropped quite a bit. So even though the Magnamon stuff, yellow vaccine is still topping, we are seeing stuff come down here. Yeah, the low pull rate's around 5. We're seeing stuff come down. And then even this I think was up around like $70. That's come down. That's come down a lot. A lot of the alts have come down for Magnamon, so armor just seems a little bit more attainable now. TK, because armor is mostly used in yellow vaccine. That card's seeing a bit of a downward spike. It's only $12 here. Good in yellow vaccine too. $15, so might be, you know, might be a good time to pick up. Of course, Patamon here is, it's also doing still. I mean, like this card was $40 originally. It's kind of always kind of maintained like a decent level. Like now it's $20. It's kind of the average right now. I mean, it was up. Geez, it was up around 36 around July. So I mean, it's changed quite a bit. It's dropped quite a bit. So probably a good time to pick up that too. Lilithmon with Lilithmon X-Antibody coming out in the next set. I thought it was going to be... I wasn't paying attention, so I thought Lilithmon was in BT 17? No, yeah, I thought it was going to be in BT 17, but it was actually EX 7. So Lilithmon X-Antibody is coming out, and yeah, we'll see what this card does. It's kind of on a slight trend upwards here. Last sold 53. Its market's about 48, almost 50. You got a bunch of copies here, so again, I don't think the price is going to change very soon, but just something to keep an eye on. Terramon campaign cards. These cards are still pretty pricey. You're looking at $30, $30, $40 is the norm. It's come down, from 35, sitting around 30, but just there's no listings. So I mean, last sold's 40. So we'll see if this continues to go up, depending on when we get more cards on the market. And the same thing for the Shumon. The Shumon's a lot less because obviously the Galmon's the big contender, the main boss, of the new Liberator comic. So Shumon's less, quite a bit, $24. And there's a bunch of listings out there. But I mean, there's only there's 4 of that, and then it's up at $30 again and going up. So could see a buyout really easily. Gallantmon, Crimsonmon Ace. Gallantmon, a good ace card for red decks, not just Gallantmon. But it's come down quite a bit. It's I could see this going under $30, so I might wait. Last sold's 32, so definitely might want to think about waiting on this one. Phoenixmon topped, and a lot of the cards in the Phoenixmon deck were not the ones I thought you'd find in a Phoenixmon deck. I didn't even know if this card was in there, but I thought I would look at the pricing on the Phoenixmon stuff. So like this card's not very expensive. This is the alt Phoenixmon from BT11. $12, but like market is like 4 to 9 on it, kind of thing like that. Last sold's 5, market's 9. So you should be able to get this for under $10, and it's not that expensive. So if you're looking at Phoenixmon and you're like, oh, this topped, I want to definitely try this out. It's a really fun deck, and it's not that expensive to build. There are some more expensive cards. Look at Sora being one of them. Sora's sitting up there, but that's again just due to copies, right? We're only seeing like one listing here, but really the market price is around $10. So you can find it. It's not worth that much. You can probably get it for like $15 depending on the person. Tyrannomon. This is something I wanted to just, with the reveal of Ryotaro Williams, seeing him in the Liberator comic and then having him as a Tyrannomon player, we're going to see a lot more Tyrannomon stuff. And it's just kind of cool because I think looking at this, I just wanted to look at the prices on the Tyrannomon line stuff. The pure kind of Tyrannomon stuff, and it just looks like a lot of it. Like you're not sure like what's going to be used, but it's pretty cheap. Even alts are pretty cheap, and it's going to be like a red-green deck, so we're not sure like which cards are going to be good, which ones are not going to be good. I mean, there's other Tyrannomon cards. This is just the pure Tyrannomon stuff, so we'll see what happens with it. But it's pretty cheap, so if you're thinking any of this stuff would be good for a Tyrannomon deck, potentially pick this up now because there could be a hype train coming. People love their red dino. Fenrilugamon Takemi Kazuchi, because I can't pronounce that worth crap. It's still pretty low. It's always been trending down, almost around 30, 36, 33, 34 is being the last sold. There's only one copy, so this could go up, but I'm hoping we see this go under $30. And then lastly, our fun card. This is Greymon. This card's not worth jack shit. $30. $30 for the alt Greymon. I don't know what decks are even playing this right now. Maybe the Omnimon DNA, I'm not sure. 20 for the regular. I think this will come down like to 10. It'll be like a really cheap secret. If you look here, the low pull rates are under 100. This one's under 60. The one, this one is. I'm actually surprised that actually. Well, this one's market price is like less, but it's only got one listing. So I mean, again, the low listings I'll make it interesting, but yeah, definitely not the box topper pull you want to pull if you get a BT17 box or case, anyways. But yeah. That is it, guys. That is the market analysis. Sad to be Greymons and BT17, but we got a lot of things to look forward to. EX7's coming out. I think we're getting a restricted list soon, and we will do a video right as soon as we can on that. And there's a lot of cool cards and a lot of price changes happening. So things are definitely, market is definitely fluctuating a lot. But we'll see how it shapes up into the beginning of September, which is going to be like getting ready for EX7 and also, you know, finishing off the BT7 tournaments and the August tournaments. Looks like that's all the time we have for this video. Thank you very much for tuning in. We hope to see you in the next video. As always, have a wonderful day. And that's all for now, folks.